Hi and welcome to another episode of Top Volts, and today we're going to be looking at this Ford P-34. I recently purchased this on an eBay buy, and it currently is not a runner. The reference on this is 4054, and these were made in Spain around 1977 to 1980 with the RX motor in there. So this is in pretty tidy condition. There's a few sort of rough bumps and scrapes where I can see, you know, people have been using it. Like the back here looks like it possibly has been broke at some point and then fixed. But the exhausts are still intact, be it that one may have been repaired, it possibly looks like. But I've tried this and it's literally, it's not working at all. If anything, it increased the amps with no volts, which tells me there's possibly either something arcing inside or something's jammed, but it feels pretty free to the turn. So we'll take the body shell off it and have a little look inside and see if it's just a simple case of maybe one of the springs have come off the brushes, or there's a cable arcing across, because the braids on this look in pretty good condition. So it's been looked after. Somebody's been doing some kind of work on it, but possibly hit a snag with it not running, or it might just be an easy fix. But let's open it up and have a little look inside. Okay, so let's open this up. So we'll just release the screws underneath. So on this, we just want to release the back. Two on one either side. One down in the centre there, which actually feels very loose, like it's not actually binding on anything. Okay, that's come off now. Just place that to one side. See if that last one has come out. Okay, so let's see if we can release this body shell. Okay, so it comes in a couple of pieces. So we've got the body shell, which looks to be in very good condition actually. There's no breaks or splits anywhere or missing parts. Even the little locating pins are still there as well. Let's see if this section on the back here. Okay, so that just lifts out. Yeah, so here you can see there's been a bit of repair work happened along here, but all in all, actually it's in pretty good condition. Let's put that to one side. Okay, so looking inside, it does actually look fairly clean. Okay, let's remove these front axles out the way for a moment. And slightly heavy duty wires on here, which is a good sign. Possibly are the braids making contact. No, that all seems to be good. Contact on the side looks good. Let's have a look at see if the sleeve is intact. That appears to be. That looks to be making good connection as well. What I may do is just, I'll lift this one out and just inspect that. Okay, well looks to be a good soldered joint. Okay, let's place that back in. It all seems to be making the correct connections. Oh, I see. Okay, so the spring on the bottom edge here looks to have come away. So if I can place that back under, maybe use the tweezers. Okay, that's much better. So what it looks like, the spring had come off on the underside. So just make sure that is on there. Okay, that's brilliant. That all seems to be, now I can feel there's a bit more tension on that brush, so that seems to be doing the job. Okay, so we'll run this up and just make sure that that was the problem. Okay, so we'll just have a little look at this and just see if that was the issue. So just put some power. I'm just going to lift the rear wheels ever so slightly. Just, right, perfect. So that definitely was the problem. That runs very smooth. That's great. Okay, we'll just put this all back together. So first things first, we'll put the front axles back into place. And then we carefully just push these wires either side. Just making sure when we push the body shell back in, it doesn't actually pinch the wires. And place the engine casing back on, just to hold that rear axle into place. And then for the body shell. Okay, let me just turn this over. Just place those screws all back into their original locations. You really don't have to tighten these up very tight at all. What you want to do is keep going until you feel a small amount of resistance, and then just give it a tiny little bit more. Because you're screwed into plastic, it wouldn't take a lot to strip the thread. Okay. And that's all back and working perfectly. Okay, success. Well, thank you for watching my video. I hope you found it interesting and some of the tips of use. As always, if you have any extra information on this car or advice on this particular car, please leave a comment in the comment section. I'll try my best to get back to you. But as always, any information is great. It helps me, it helps everybody else. Well, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.